Don't gamble in today's market. Find out what's going on in the market. Hint, it's bananas. And also how to win multiple bid situations in a very crazy market. Welcome to the Brian Murray Show, a real estate show, New Jersey style. I'm Brian Murray, and today's discussion point is really about how not to gamble in today's multiple bid market. The market is bananas. There are tons of buyers out there. There's multiple bid situations. I used the word multiple twice. I mean, that's multiple, actually. But really, that's what there is. It's called a bidding war by some. It's a multiple bid situation. And if you're going in there right now, you might feel a lot like this guy here, where you got to pull out a gun to keep everything even. Well, that's the truth. There's money on the table, and there's somebody trying to cheat you, and there's somebody trying to win that pot from you. And I don't recommend the gun because it doesn't really work in real estate, but you need to have the tools and the weapons in order to compete. The number one weapon you need is an experienced realtor who's been through multiple bid situations, who knows how to put your offer in the best light, how to put your whole package together, how to work with the different players to effectuate the most amount of information for you and to communicate the most amount of information to that seller that's going to be important to them. It's not about you, the buyer, it's about the seller's needs. So number one is a realtor who understands how to win multiple bid situations. Number two, in order to win a multiple bid situation, you have to know the different elements that a seller is really looking at and basing your offer on. Number one is price. Number 1A is, can you close? You can offer $1 million for that $700,000 condo, but can you close on it? Will somebody give you a mortgage on it? How easy is it going to be? How much time is it going to take you to close? Who's your mortgage broker? Are you using somebody local like my guy, who he says he's going to get it done? I just was on a call with him yesterday. He said he can get it done in 2 weeks in some cases. 2 weeks. Purchase money, 2 weeks. This is a regular mortgage. Shut it down in 2 weeks. Now, most of them are going to take 30 to 45 days, but he said 2 weeks sometimes. So that's one. You have to have the professional. You have to have the attorney that knows how to play nice in the sandbox, that knows how to hustle your deal through so that some other person doesn't come in and rip it out from underneath you. Because my attorney certainly will. My buyers have an experienced attorney who will creep in the middle of the night, and we will sneak in there and we will suck that deal right away from someone else who thinks they have a deal, but they really don't. So that's number two. Have professional people at the ready who really know this market and know the situation and know how to get it done. And number three, it's the whole package. It's really, what is the seller looking at? They're looking at the money. They're looking at your ability to close and close quickly. And they're looking at how easy and convenient is it going to be for them. Are you going to be a pain? Are you going to be a pain about home inspection items? Because maybe you paid more than you wanted to, but you figured you were going to nickel and dime it back and claw it back on the home inspection. Maybe you were going to get an out with an appraisal. There's a lot of things that go into this that you need an experienced agent for, that's been through it, that knows how to package it the way you need to as a buyer. And conversely, on the sell side, a seller that has an experienced agent will know how to look at an offer or multiple offers and weigh them against each other. Because a lot of times, you don't have experienced buyer's agents out there, and they'll just throw things out there, and you really have to do your diligence to get down to like apples to apples and what's the best offer and what's the easiest offer. So this is today's discussion point on how to win a bidding war, a multiple bid situation in today's market. Remember, don't gamble. How's the market the week of St. Patrick's Day for March 16th, 2021? Here we go. We've got some three-leaf clovers here. We're wearing our green, and we're feeling lucky. If you're a buyer, you should be feeling lucky. If you're a seller, you should be feeling lucky because the market is bananas. So how's the market? Let me talk a little bit here about Jersey City. 204 condos on the market right now. That's 25 in the last week and 78 in the last 30 days. They're still available. So, you're looking at about 40% of the market that's still there that's 30 days or less. Under contracts, there were 76 contracts in the last month, and 56 of the, in the days on market was 56. But you're gonna see that number kind of creep down because of those 76, 25 of them lasted 2 weeks or less. So we're gonna start to see those average days on market start to creep down. Solds were 51, but who cares? Because that's a backwards looking number. And the percent discount was 2.3%. In Hoboken, bananas. There's 200 homes on the market. And that number might actually start to go down by next week. That's only 200. We have just, that number keeps going down and down and down. What's available in this last 7 days? 29. In the last 30, 86. But here's the thing. Here it is. Here's the number one thing to know. In the last 30 days, there have been 109 condo contracts in Hoboken. 109. That means that the months of inventory are less than 2 months of inventory. Let me say that again. The months of inventory are less than 2 months of inventory. What does that mean? If you are a seller, it means things are flying off the shelf. What does that mean if you're a buyer? Hey, interest rates are still low, but guess what's gonna happen to price when homes just go like that? When homes are going like that, you're talking multiple bids, you're talking more competition, you're talking less supply, and what does that do to prices? Start to look for those prices to creep up. Again, you're not gonna see that in the market, in the closed market for about another 45 to 60 days until, hey, towards the end of May, you're gonna start to see, well, prices might be rising. And guess what? They're already risen and you just don't know it. So that's why you need an expert to give you some information. The days on market for those 109 were 44, and then over a third of them were on the market for 2 weeks or less. So they're going like this. Sold in the last 30 days, 62, and their discount rate was 2%. I don't expect that discount rate to hold at that number, but this is where the market is. It's bananas. If you want more information and more detailed information, whether you're a buyer or seller, reach out to me. The good, the bad, the ugly, St. Patrick's Day edition. So, the good is that St. Patrick's Day and the St. Patrick's Day show is always the last show of winter. I am so happy about that. That is the good. It is the last official show of winter. The bad, as we all know, it's not really the last show of winter. There's still winter that comes up past St. Patrick's Day. But technically, it is the last show of winter. So the good is that it's the last show. The bad is maybe not really. It's still going to be cold a little bit there. Still might get some snow a little bit there. Days are getting longer. Hey, that's good. Bad. It's just a random day. It literally is a random day. So the good and the bad and the ugly part is if anybody thinks that, hey, the spring market starts March 21st, they've missed it. They missed it by about 6-8 weeks, probably about 8 weeks. It's already gone. It's zooming. Boom, done. You've literally missed the spring market. We are now full-fledged blown into mega spring. That's what I'm going to call it. Next week's show is going to be about mega spring. So that's the good, the bad, and the ugly. I'll leave you with a little quote for St. Patrick's Day. On St. Patrick's Day, there are only two kinds of people. People who are Irish and people who wish they were. Thank you so much for watching The Brian Murray Show. As always, you can find every episode of The Brian Murray Show at themurraypropertygroup.com/blog. I appreciate it if you follow me on Instagram, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, and you like and you comment and you share. Please like, comment, share. Do all or one of the above. It really does help me know that people are watching the show and they're getting some value. And as always, if there's anything that you disagree with in the show, please reach out to me directly and I'll show you why you're wrong. Thanks so much for watching.